Oh man, you guys, Tatum Paxley and Easy Dame has become the new number one contender for the women's tag team championships. Now, you guys, the match where it's actually a 10 out of a 10 match. Of course, we had the teams, of course, of Sol Ruka and Zarya versus, Tatum Paxley and Izzy Dame, and then yeah, you get the gist. But anyways, we did get to where one of the members of the other team actually pushed Zarya into the Soul Snatcher, and I was like, oh man. And so I think there's gonna be some tension there. We end up seeing cars pull up, and one of the cars, we end up seeing where Stephen Vaquer song ended up playing, you guys. And then so after them, it was actually cool to see her because we ain't seen her like wrestling in a month now. And then we ended up getting Tiffy time. It's NXT Homecoming next week, so we got to have all the great stars out there. So you guys definitely check out NXT on the CW channel next week. And of course, they brought out Rhea Ripley. Jason Jane ended up calling, them seniors and stuff like that until Rhea Ripley came out, and then she played her role well by getting scared, you guys. And of course, we seen where Jasmine Nix, she was, like, oh my God. But anyways, you can tell that Fatal Influence, I feel like they're going to walk away from JC Jane come next week on NXT Homecoming. Of course, you got, like I said, Tatum Paxley. If you guys don't know, Izzy Dame, the lady on the far left, she actually is Braun Breaker's, Braun Breaker's girlfriend. So anyways, and she's definitely a powerhouse. And then we ended up seeing Blake Monroe, aka y'all know her as Mariah May from AEW. She done sat down her dark side, and I think Jordan Grace may want to run. She may think this is a game because they did something like this with Liv Morgan, but then again, they never pretty much capitalized on it. But I think that we're gonna get that Mariah May type lady in NXT, so that's gonna be very cool. Then we get Tavion Heights actually won the flag match where it was the Canadian flag in one corner. He actually fought Ethan Page, and of course the United States flag in the other corner. He ended up burying Ethan Page with the flag over his body. And then after then, you guys, we ended up getting a surprise return, of Tyler Breeze. Tyler Breeze returned on NXT TV. You guys, it was actually pretty cool to see. And then, of course, he getting out with his selfie stick and take a picture of him. And, of course, they covered up Ethan Page. And so I was like, well, it looks like we're going to get, actually they did announce that it's going to be Tyler Breeze versus Ethan Page for the North American Championship. I'm like, damn, y'all just handing out championship matches? They don't even have to be earned? I'm like, okay, that was weird. They didn't even have a segment. So, of course, you guys, Obafemi, them will be on a Grayson Waller effect, so on and so forth. So we're going to see how that's going to happen. Next, you guys want to talk about the start of the show, where we had Javon Evans, not even a minute into the match. He's up there already diving over the top rope onto Josh Briggs. But then again, you guys, I don't know where and what kind of direction they're trying to give Javon Evans. But, he was high, he was very, higher than high with competing and everything like that. But now it's like he's been losing, and I'm like, man, what is going on with the OG Javon Evans? But Josh Briggs would punch Javon Evans as he kind of springboarded and trying to hit the cutter. Josh Briggs pulled a chain off his neck, wrapped around his hand, and punched Javon Evans in the back or in the back of the head. But of course, you guys, DIY was out there, and then Trick Williams came out, and Trick Williams pretty much called out Carmelo Hayes, kind of like a throwback of some teams and all that stuff. But they're still not cool with each other, you guys. So maybe this may play some kind of part of where DIY could win this match simply by the Miz could possibly come out, you guys, and ask him why he's teaming with Trick Williams. They could even do this on SmackDown as well. So we'll definitely see how it's gonna go. So of course, Trick was like, you gotta respect DIY. They're like the heart and soul and stuff of NXT. and they're the OGs. But of course, you guys, Dark State did defend their tag team championships. You can see Cutler James there. He keep mentioning Joe Hendry's name, and Joe Hendry just started popping out everywhere last week. He popped out, on the entrance ramp on the apron. And then he popped out of the little closet thing, and then he popped out of a big thing last night. But Dark State would retain those tag team championships. So of course, I wonder what's going to happen here going forward with this. Joe Hendry was upset that they retained those tag team titles, and of course, we see that Dion Lennox, and we see that I think it's Dion Lennox and Osiris Griffin are the tag team champions. So we did see like a thing backstage where Miles Bourne was getting talked to by Ethan Page, and pretty much trying to put some anger into his head and make him do something. He did come in there, you guys, with the steel chair and attack Lexus King. You can definitely see you see the one guy that's hiding under the thing, and then you see William Regal's son, Charlie Dempsey, and then you see Bronco as well, which is the guy that was on the far left with the hat on. Of course, Lola Vice, you guys, I feel like she's about to win this women's championship. They're hyping this promo thing up, and I like how they mention of who Lola Vice truly is. So I got my money on Lola Vice come September 27th. So they showed Triple H, and then they showed the Street Profits and said more surprises are coming to NXT next week. So of course, then we also get a little visual by William Regal, and then we get one by the Prince himself, Finn Balor, you guys. And I was like, man, if Finn Balor appears in there, that's going to be incredible. And then we get the EST. Now, a lot of people say that she should return on SmackDown, but a lot of people say, it'd be cool for her to return like to her old roots, like when she was that heel Bianca. So I think it was going to be pretty cool, you guys. Rating on the show, I would actually have to give it a 9 out of 10, you guys. Nothing bad about the show. Only thing I didn't like is like the match with Hank and Tank. But Joe Hendry thing was pretty cool. But yeah. Anyways, you guys, I will see you guys on Friday for Friday Night SmackDown review. And also, you guys, make sure y'all tune in right after SmackDown to check out NXT Worlds Collide, you guys. I know you guys probably, may watch it, may not watch it, but I'm definitely going to try to stay up and watch it because SmackDown come on 8 o'clock my time, goes off at like 10 o'clock my time. And then, of course, I got to, jump on YouTube to check out the match. So we'll see what's going to happen, you guys. See you guys Friday. Chris Wrestling Views out. And like I said, do all the great things. Follow me on TikTok at Chris Wrestling Views. Follow me on X, Twitter, whatever you want to call it. Follow me on there too as well, you guys. Thank you guys for watching. Until next time, I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.